Hey guys, so today I want to point out these Iholenas that I've got going on here. I've got 5 along this line fruiting, and I believe I'm seeing a trait to these that is not terribly common. Now, it's hard to point out for anybody who's not totally familiar with these, but usually with Iholena you have a very right angle jutty aspect to the bananas, and there's one variety written in history books about a Iholena banana called a Loha. That's right, Loha. And they thought maybe it was short for Aloha, but it can mean the hip of a roof, like perhaps used for thatching, but it can also mean droopy or sagging, as the bananas were described by a botanist who discovered them on Oahu and I think Molokai. And they were said to hang down before they were ripe. And so now it doesn't seem that pronounced maybe to others, but usually they jut out right to the side or they whoop up a little bit. These racks are all kind of sloping down at an angle, especially the top hands. So I have to wonder if I might not have the unusual Iholena Loha, which would have been scored off the Nepali coast, and one of our second big maneuvers. But you see how these bananas, they're coming down, right? And these, they're drooping down. Iholenas almost always come out at very sharp 45-degree angle. And so yeah, I've got several behaving like that. This one's a little harder to see. Yeah, so these do have a little bit more of a droopiness than the typical right angle explosive look that most Iholenas would have. And this one, I don't know if this is part of that same group, but its top hand is definitely sagging down a little bit. So let me go down and show you one from a different location that is behaving correctly for an Iholena group. Now look at that big beautiful banana bud. And so we got a rack down here which is looking more like typical Iholena fashion. And you see the bananas are very perky and perked up. That top hand is pretty much pointing up in the air along with the majority of the bananas. So this is a more typical Iholena behavior. Compared to those ones up top. So what do I have? I don't know yet. But I do know that's not normal. And we'll see how this big beautiful bud behaves as it starts to develop. And see, it's probably going to have the same traits as my little buddy over there. And then we just happen to have a nice rack of blues, or blago, or some people call them ice cream bananas, but I think that's a misnomer. There's not much ice cream about them. They're just kind of a white banana that's better for cooking. And then we got this beautiful fatty rack. This thing's probably going to be half my body weight. And this is a classic Mayan Neoli we got out of the back of a valley in Nepali. And then our Fe'e, this Fe'e in particular is doing so incredible. It hasn't even thrown a fruit yet. And I believe, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3 suckers on this side, 4, 5, 6, and then a 7th coming up right next to it. So 7 keikis, no, and 8. One more back there. 8 keikis. 8 babies from one Fe'e. And as far as I know, it's not throwing a rack yet. It's going to be a little sneaky, because these racks, the flowers do not go down. They're going to go straight up in the air. Straight up in the air. So it might be kind of hard to notice when it first starts to flower, other than seeing the initial short leaf, which tends to signify that it's thrown a bud. And my Maya Ellie, got 2 of them going. I got from the most pathetic little corn weevil ridden flood wash banana. It was literally dying. It was dying. We were so lucky to find this thing. And I was able to get 2 little buds off of it. It's just starting to put some color on there. Got 2 little buds off of it, and they have turned into that banana and this big beauty up here that I planted right inside of an old stump. And I think you can tell, look at this beautiful thing. It's already got all these keikis coming up around it. They're just gorgeous. It's doing better than the one down below. And then I got Fe'e, 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 another Fe'e back behind. I got Fe'e over there. And then numerous Maoli bananas coming up in amongst all of our chocolate. And obviously our Theobroma bicolor are doing incredible. I really love it here. These are all from seed. Alright, just about fell. All from seed. Look at the size of these initial baby leaves. What a beautiful tree.